The weather is chilly now and it is soup season. I made this caldo de res and it was so good. I made it with some chile guajillo and some chile de arbol, and it really just hit the spot. Super delicious. Let me show you how I made it. To begin with, in a pot, I'm adding some water and some salt. I'm going to bring that up to a boil. Meanwhile, I'm going to be cutting up my meat. I'm using bistek, chamorro, and costillas. You can use any type of meat that you like. Honestly, this caldo goes good with any kind of beef. You do want to use chamorro because it does have that bone, and that bone will give the caldo great flavor. My water has come to a boil. This is a time where I'm going to be adding in all my meat. Along with this, I'm going to add in half of an onion, a whole head of garlic, and 3 bay leaves. Going to cover this and let this cook for 1 hour and a half. I have some veggies here. I'm using some corn, some cabbage, some Mexican squash, and some carrots. I also diced up some potatoes. I left the skin on, that's optional, and I left them in some cold water so they do not turn brown. Meanwhile, in my skillet, I'm going to add some olive oil. I'm going to be using 3 chile guajillo and 2 chile de arbol. You can use as much or as little as you like. And I'm going to just toast them up slightly. You know, when they are nice and toasted, when the aroma of the chili, you can just smell it. That's when you want to stop. And I'm adding some water. I'm going to bring this up to a boil. I'm going to let these chilies soften. Once they have softened, I'm going to add them to my blender along with onion, garlic, some peppercorn, some oregano, and some whole cumin, and a little bit of that water. When the meat has cooked for 1 hour and a half, I'm going to strain this chili right in there. You don't have to strain it, but I don't like to keep all those seeds and all that skin. As far as the seasonings, use as much or as little as you want. I don't have exact measurements on that. Measure with your heart. I'm going to just cover this up and cook it for an additional 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm going to remove the whole head of garlic, the onion, and the bay leaves. Then I'll be adding in my corn. I'm going to cover this and let it cook for an additional 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm going to add in the rest of my veggies. I'm just going to make sure that's all mixed in there. I'm going to cover that, cook it for 10 minutes. Then I'll be adding in my cabbage, the potatoes, and I will be adding a small packet of sazon. That's optional, but it really did give this caldo some extra flavor. I'm going to cover this up and cook it for 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to be making some fresh homemade corn tortillas. Listen, you cannot have any caldo without some fresh homemade corn tortillas. Okay, you can buy them, but you know what? It takes a little bit of time to make them homemade. So just make them homemade, okay? And after 5 minutes, I'm going to add in a little bit of cilantro. This is totally optional. You don't have to add it. Cook it for another 5 minutes, and this caldo de res is all done. It really did taste so good with the chile guajillo, and then the chile de arbol gave it that extra spice. And now I'm serving it up in my favorite soup bowl. Look, I mean, it really is, doesn't just look delicious, it is super delicious. And of course, I have to try it. Now, you could serve it up just like this, but we like to serve it up with some rice. And if you don't like the rice, that's fine. You can omit that. The moment of truth has come and it's time for me to try this caldo de res. I added in some limon and of course, gonna have those fresh homemade corn tortillas. This caldo was bomb. Now, I know I don't look sick, but I was feeling sick and this caldo just hit the spot. Save this recipe because I know you're gonna love it. Enjoy.